With these orphan works within the Department of Documents, our approach therefore is that when authors approach us and say they'd like to quote from them, we give them our permission to do so, but ask them to make a statement in the acknowledgements of their book or article or whatever it is, saying that both they, the author, and the Imperial War Museum would always be pleased to hear from anyone who may feel that they are the copyright owner in the document, or that they are related to the person who wrote the document in the first instance, so that we can then pursue the matter of who the correct copyright owner is. Obviously, the Department of Documents' concern is to promote the use of its collections as widely as possible. And to that end, each year we are approached by authors seeking copyright clearance for the material from our holdings that they want to use. We ask them to send the museum a letter saying what it is they want to use, and we then forward that letter to the most recent address that we have for the copyright holder. Over the last 5 years, we normally send out between 500 and 1,000 letters of this kind during the course of a 12-month period. The majority of the orphan works that we have responsibility for within the museum's Department of Documents are unpublished diaries, letters and memoirs written by servicemen and women and by civilians in wartime that have come to us not directly from their families but from third parties, or have been purchased by the museum at auctions. One of the most interesting instances that the museum had with an orphan work with documents was a collection of letters that were brought into us by some school children who'd retrieved them from a council tip near the museum. These were clearly letters written by a man serving in the Royal Marines during the First World War. They were very interesting letters, and some extracts from some of them were used in the Sunday Times in a feature they were doing about the First World War. The Sunday Times explained that because of the circumstances in which the museum had acquired them, we had no idea whether the family, whether there was still a family or direct descendants of the man who'd written the letters in the first place. But it turned out that there was, because of the wide publicity the article received in the newspaper. The family got in touch with the journalist who had written the piece, and we were then able to record his family as the owners of the copyright in the letters.